Hey everyone, Anders here with another Black Desert video. Today we are looking at the test server update news. Test server updates will always go live on Korean servers first, so next week. Then global will get most things a week after. Most of what we'll talk about today will not be releasing on global servers till Land of the Morning Light releases, which we have no dates for right now. No info as well on Awakened Wusa or Awakened Megu, but with the extension of season till early May, we can assume that is probably when the Awakenings will release. I'm going to be in Korea for a few weeks, so video uploads will be less frequent. I do still have some guides ready, and we'll still try to get some more update videos out like today. So I just wanted to give you guys a heads up in case you see less videos out on my channel. Now, speaking of updates, the Archer changes went live in Korea, mostly untouched this week, so those are going to be releasing for all of us next week. No class balance changes this week, so if you were looking for those, you're probably going to have to wait till next week to see if we get any other class balance. We did receive a new adventure log for the new region. This one will have 2 books. Overall, when you complete them both, you will get an additional 7 LT, 7 stamina, 12 HP, and 20 accuracy for your account. The entries themselves will be time gated because you have to defeat 3 elemental bosses for each type, and each book is level restricted. So for the first book, you're going to need to defeat 9 separate bosses at level 1 to finish the book, and then the second book will require 9 more bosses at level 3 to finish that book. So even though level 1 and level 3 are pretty easy, it's not until really level 4 and 5 where things get a lot harder, and then level 6 and 7 are incredibly difficult right now. So 1 and 3, a cakewalk, but despite that, it's going to take you 4 weeks to complete this new journal because of the weekly clear limits. So even if you have already completed level 1 and 3 bosses like I've already done, the new journal is not retroactive. So for me, I have to do them all over again. Just something to keep in mind. I saw some people getting ahead of themselves thinking this was going to be a day 1 clear of a journal for 20 accuracy, easy. It's a little bit more involved. Now, apart from that, we got some mansion or manor changes, 2 new craftable items which look really good. I like that they keep coming out with this kind of stuff. And a new mechanic is being added to manors, a manor manager NPC. This NPC will be just outside your manor in Land of the Morning Light. You speak with them and summon 3 wandering NPC vendors for 10 energy. When they arrive, you will be able to buy their goods for a 10% markup than if you would have just run into town and bought it yourself. Most of the items are linked with alchemy and cooking based materials, so it is really a convenience mechanic mostly and not needed if you have alts or setup already for mass cooking and alchemy in the new manor. This new NPC will only be available for the larger manor in Land of the Morning Light. The other smaller manor in this region does not get it, and the Serendia Manor will also not be getting this function. And lastly, we have some grind spot buffs for Morrowick's Labyrinth and the less popular Elvia Calpheon spots, which is good to see. Morrowick's Labyrinth has improved flame drop rates, ember drop rates, lightstone drop rates, and trash loot drop rates for the normal and elite monsters. The boss in the zone, the Queen, she will now be able to drop a frost flame as well as the embers. Elvia Giants, Elvia Rudum, and Elvia Soundhill all received increased trash loot drops and increased rates of crystallized despair, a flat buff to all these areas where in some instances you're now getting almost double the loot that you were before. Should be interesting to see how the money per hour improves when these go live in 2 weeks. There were some minor quality of life changes I wanted to mention, like the option to now only see main story quests. So if you want to focus those down, you can, and you won't accidentally now pick up side quests anymore. Whenever you do go through the main story quest, your horse will now teleport with you as you progress through the story, so you don't need a flute to keep calling your horse if you're running the main story and you forgot your horse. A really good change. There is now an NPC ship that will take you from Aquila to Nampo Harbor, only for Korea right now, of course, because they have the new region. And the resource worker map has been updated to include Land of the Morning Light, which basically tells you how many resources are left at that node. The less there are, the longer it takes for a worker to finish a cycle. I'll have a full breakdown of all the nodes and workers in the Land of the Morning Light. I've done about 3 weeks of testing. Expect that guide out soon on the channel. I also tweeted out the info of the new Millennial Wild Ginseng item that released in Korea this week. This is linked to the new region and the new green artisan mechanic. I have a guide on that on the channel. But basically, if you use this new method of gathering, you will have a chance to obtain this new item. When consumed, you will get a 90-day buff for your account. kind of like a value pack if you will, and you will get the following effects. So pretty powerful, and currently one has been sold for a little under 4 billion silver in the Korean server. Next week, we're getting the new Arditeir outfit for Valkyrie, Guardian, Drakania, and Ranger. So I'll have a clip here showing you what it looks like. Let me know what you think about it. Let me know what you think about the updates as well this week. And I'll have more Land of the Morning Light content on the channel. And as always, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. I'll see you all in the next one. Take care.